Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today we're continuing our series on how to work within the Compact Machines mod. I've already done a very basic introduction to Compact Machines, and I will link that tutorial down in the description of this video. So if you haven't seen that yet, I do recommend starting with that one first. It will show how to do the very basic, smallest compact machine and some of the components needed for that, including the field projectors and such. We're going to touch on a little bit today, but for better detail, I check out that one. If you like this video and you find it helpful, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. So today I'm going to be showing how to make the larger compact machines, and then how to interact inside them a little bit, and how to use the tunnels and such to interact with the outside world. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that. Now, to touch base on some of the things we've already done, we've shown how to build the personalized shrinking device. That's the recipe for that. We've also covered miniaturization field projectors. That's the recipe for that. We've also covered how to make the compact machine walls. So that's all in the first video. You'll need to know how to do that to move forward into this one. Let's go ahead and grab the components. So I have a little space built up here. Now you don't have to do this by any means. This is just an easy way for me to kind of show everybody the layouts. And to kind of review what we did last time, you put down a field projector, and you right click on it, it will give you some green arrows telling you where to put the next ones, depending on the size that you want to go. We did the very smallest one last time, which was this one right here. And as you can see, we get a little orange space in there showing us that's our work field. Okay, now again, on the smallest level, it does have to be at least one higher in order for that to work. All right, so we've covered that. Let's look at making a slightly bigger one. So if we go out to the second block I have here, and we drop that down, if we were to right click on it, it's going to tell us where the different options are for the different sizes. Okay? So we're going to go out to the second block row that I've already got designed here, just to kind of show where those go. And again, right clicking on the compact machines does show you where the next one needs to go. So if you're not familiar, you don't have a layout like this. As you can see, I put them all down, but I don't have my orange work field. So when I right click on it, it tells me that there's invalid blocks in the field, which is stone. So that's going to be some stone. Right click, it says it's still not working, which means this stone is in the way. So my choices are that I can raise this up higher until it's high enough that these are no longer in the way, or I can just remove that row. As soon as I do, you can see that now I have my orange work field. So now I can build some of the more medium-sized compact machines. Now say we want to go to the biggest one possible though, make really large ones. So we'll break these, break those. Again, we don't want these stone here to be in the way, so we're going to get those out of the way, because it's going to be a nuisance. Now for the largest one, I've already gone ahead and I've figured out the height. So for the largest one, we're going to have to drop that down. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it needs to be at least 6 blocks above solid ground in order for your field to create, unless you want to make a hole where the field would be like I did in that first example. So we're going to go ahead and drop all 4 of these down. And last one. Oh, well, help if I put it the right direction. There we go. So now we have a really big field projector. All right, so there we go. We've got a really, really large one there. So now we have a lot of work space to build some larger machines. All right, so if we go into the JEI and we do a search for compact or compact machines, you'll see all the different things that are involved in this mod. And we've already shown how to make the compact machine walls, but if you're not sure, you're just going to set an ironstone block with a piece of redstone on top of it. Then you're going to hit Q to just throw a piece of redstone into your field, and that's going to create you 16 compact machine walls. Now, to make a tunnel, you're going to put down one of those compact machine walls, an iron hopper on top of it, surround it with redstone, and then throw in another piece of redstone. That's going to give you 2 tunnels. And for redstone tunnels, it's almost the same. It's going to be a compact machine block with a redstone block on it, surrounded by redstone, and then we throw in redstone again. Okay? Now, there are different size compact machines. There's tiny, small, normal, large, giant, and maximum. All right? So we're going to work on the maximum. So maximum, as you can see here, is 5 by 5 by 5. So you need 98 compact machine walls. You're also going to need a block of emerald, because the inside of this needs to be hollow, but you need to have a block of emerald floating kind of in the middle of it. And then once you've got that built, we're just going to throw an ender pearl by hitting Q into the field to complete our block. So let's go ahead and let's build that. All right, so 5 by 5 by 5. And it doesn't have to be perfectly centered. It'll work. 1, 2, 3. Oh, one too many. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So again, the bottom has to be solid. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And the last row. Again, the top is going to be solid. Whoop, fell too far. And then we're going to build our outer wall. Okay. Almost done. All right. Now, as I mentioned, in the center, we need to have a block of emerald. It needs to kind of be floating there. That. There's one space above it and around on all sides. So once you've got that in there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to complete our outer wall. Step outside, and we are going to just hit Q to throw in an ender pearl. Now, this takes a moment for it to complete, but the best part about compact machines, in my opinion, is that you do not need RF power. There is no power source needed. It is all self-sustaining. So at this point, it's just a matter of sitting and waiting for it to complete. Shouldn't take more than just a moment here. Okay. Now, once we have this block, which again, look at our recipes here, this is the maximum compact machine block. It's going to provide us a compact machine that is a 13 by 13 by 13 room. It's pretty big. So let's go ahead and grab that. All right. Okay. Here, get rid of some of the stuff we don't need anymore. Those, oh, we need that. And our machine. All right. So we have right now a maximum compact machine block. We're just going to set that down right there. So that one little block is a huge amount of space. And as you go around it, if you look at the little description above, it'll say west, north, east, and south. Now that's important. Up is, of course, at the top, and bottom is on, or down is on the bottom. But this will allow you to remember exactly which side of the machine is having things coming in and out of it. So that's important to remember when you're actually running items in and out of your compact machine. So to get inside of this, we're just going to take our personal shrinking device and we're going to right click. And this is going to create and move us into a new dimension inside of that compact machine block. Take a second to load in, and here we are. We are now inside that block. And as you can see, we have a huge amount of space to work with. So we can take a large amount of machine processes, automated processes, and we can put them inside of this block to avoid taking up a ton of space in our, say, work area or a base area. We can take large processes and shrink them down into a small amount of space. Now, to get in and out, all you have to do is right-click with your personalized shrinking device on any of the walls or edge. It's going to take you back out again. But if you go to a specific block and you hit Shift, right-click, you'll see it says Entry Point Set. So in this little square right here is where I'm going to pop in from this point anytime I come in and out of this compact machine. That's important because as you're building stuff, you don't want to try to port into where something is. You're always going to know not to build anything on that little block right there. And just to remember that ourselves, we'll take ourselves a wood. I'm going to set that just above it so we know that that's where we're going to be. That's our corner block. All right, so inside you can build all sorts of things. But in order to interact with the outside world, that's what these tunnels are for. There's a tunnel and there's a redstone tunnel. So we're going to take a tunnel first. So if we go to a tunnel, and we right click and we put that on the wall, you can see that now that says down. Okay, that's because this little blue square is facing down. That means this wall here would be viewed as down. Now we don't want that because that's not down. So if you right click on it, it's going to shift it. There's up, north, south, west, east. So by right-clicking it, and then of course it'll take it off there. Just put down another one. So if I want this to say be my south wall, I just right-click until it says south. So when I'm outside running items into this using different components, I know that this is the side that south is going to be coming in on. Now you can only have one tunnel on any given side of the block. You can't have multiple. So you can have basically a total of 6, all 4 around the outer edge, 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So now that I know that that's south, I can go over here, I can drop this down, and I can change that one to north. Now, they don't have to be directly across from each other. That's a perk. You can put it anywhere on the wall that you want. But right now for this, I just have it sitting across. Now, redstone tunnels work pretty much the same way. Put that on a block, see this little redstone symbol, and again, I have my choice of up, north, south, west, east, or removing it, putting it back on again. So this is where you're going to run in redstone signals, the same way that items are going to run in physical items. So you can run, say, different tubes, you can run extraction cables or item cables and such into different machines. Same as here, you can run in energy cables. This will allow you to interact with whatever you build inside of here to have things going in and out of your compact machine. And we're going to go more in depth on how to automate some of these processes and show that in a future video. I just wanted to, again, in this one, kind of touch base on how to build this largest space and so on. Okay, so now we've got some blocks. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. Now, as we noticed, we had this side set at south. So I'm going to go ahead and build a couple south. This is purely just for looks. It's not going to be anything usable. I'm doing that just to show something. So let's say we've got that built. Now we want to leave. We right-click on our personal shrinking device on the wall or the floor or anywhere. And we're outside. Back out where we were. Now, if I go over here and right-click, it takes me back in. As you can see, I'm right back at that original space block that I set, which is right underneath that little piece of wood. All right, so going in and out will always put me in there. I don't have to worry about loading into a random location. All right, so as you can see here is south. So any items that I have feeding into this block on the south side will be entering inside my compact machine on that tunnel that I put on the south side. And on the north, I have the same way. So I may have, say, for example, items coming out of here. So maybe I have materials going in that are working inside of some type of machine or automated setup, and then coming out on this side. And on up, or whatever side I chose, I can have my redstone signal going in, say, for example, to power or to add automation to that. Okay, so very easy to do. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show is if you take your hand and you make sure there's nothing in there and you go up to your block and you right click on it, you can see what's inside of it. And that's kind of why I put that wood down there, so you have an idea of kind of what's going on. So with an empty hand, you can see inside of your machine, you see how things are set up. Okay. Now, if I was to click this little thing down on the right, which is one of the little miniaturization, that will take me inside of that block without actually having to use my miniaturization device. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get you out, but it is something that'll get you back inside if you need to. So if you want to, say, slap an overworld cake down in there so you didn't have to carry around the shrinking device, that's an option. You could use the cake to get back out, and you could use this little button to go inside. But that's a great way of just seeing how things are set up inside if you need to compare, see if something's not working, or how everything's going in there. All right. Well, that's going to do us for this video. If you have any questions about this or comments, definitely throw them down in the comment section, as well as if you have any suggestions or recommendations for other tutorials that you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4, throw those down there as well. I'm always looking for more recommendation. We'll go much more in depth on this in a future video, but I kind of wanted to give at least 2 parts to show some of the different options that are available in creating these awesome little handy machines. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.